So from one cult to another, Hillary Clinton was in the news recently. And did you hear what she had to say?
I did, but I forgot. So,
Okay.
I
Well,
know I read it.
Hillary said something that, of course, has the right wing media and the podcasters
Oh,
and all.
deprogrammed or
That
something,
is
right?
correct. Yeah, in fact,
You might read something, yeah.
we'll play the whole clip, but this has the right wing media backwards because it plays right into their hands. And I've even heard some people on the left criticizing Hillary for her comments. I quite frankly thought they were fantastic. I
Who
loved
is
them.
criticizing?
Well, they're criticizing her because they're saying she is playing right into the hands of the cuckoo clocks who truly believe that Hillary Clinton and people like her want to start concentration type camps or
Because she used those
government type.
words. Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And because they know that the people they are talking to are fucking stupid, that it will play right into their hands and that it's basically a commercial for the, any Republican that may want to use it. And but if you have not heard
It's
what
so
Hillary
funny.
had to say, I do have the clip and we are going to hear her words that I think are dead on.
Partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. Mm-hmm. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
And how do you? So obviously, when Hillary says a formal deprogramming, and of course that's the line that's going to catch everybody's attention, she doesn't mean that you take somebody from their home or you lock them up until they are deprogrammed. But what she's saying is absolutely correct. And this is why this country is going to be in very bad shape for quite some time, because we have a sector of this country in powerful positions, whether it be through Congress or it be in some sort of media, to brainwash these people into thinking that A, the government's after them, B, the Democrats are evil. See, I mean, I could go through the whole alphabet probably, but I think she's dead on. And Lana, what do you think about what she had to say?
I don't know why anyone would be upset with that other than who she's talking about. So, like, why would Democrats be upset with that? Because the MAGA cult is going to get mad? Like, newsflash, Hillary Clinton's not running for office. Newsflash number 2, the only people that are going to get upset about her saying that are the actual people that are brainwashed.
That is correct.
Who are not going to vote for Joe Biden regardless. So
that's absolutely correct. You took the words out of my mouth. I mean, that's exactly correct, because it's not like somebody's going to start looking at the other side because they're like, oh my God, Hillary really wants to. The people who are not programmed,
right,
understand that, there's no government program that's going to, come out to deprogram anybody. And, this is so crazy. In this country, we have heard this kind of nonsense for years and years and years about the government. And again, I don't wear government t-shirts. I don't wave government flags. I don't do any of that stuff. But I've never once worried about the government doing anything to me that's going to affect my life. Have you?
No. Maybe she should have said that, they're going to deprogram you when you go and cast your ballot. So I don't know, guys. You didn't hear it from here.
Don't give out the secret, Lana. Yeah. Gosh, I hope nobody sees this.
It's like, it's like it had the waves come from
Yeah.
the ballot machine when you put it in, and then it just
Well, it all started with that emergency government thing that went off on your phone a couple weeks ago.
That's
That's
right.
where it all started. So
Yeah,
I told you we had a double dip of my girlfriend, Jessica
yeah,
Tarlov.
let's go, Jess.
This was a brilliant response to the other 4 idiots, as I call them, railing about Hillary Clinton's comments. Her response was, of course, perfect.
I really need everyone to spare me the faux outrage and the pearl clutching about this. A little collection of things that Donald Trump and high-ranking Republicans call liberals on a daily basis: anarchists, anti-American, deranged, communists, corrupt, compromised, groomers and perverts, thugs and traitors. Now, she was explicit that she was talking about a subsection of the Republican Party the same way that Joe Biden is when he talks about this MAGA extremism. But you tell me, if the leader of the Democratic Party, so that would be Joe Biden, was facing 4 indictments with 91 felony counts, he had been found liable of sexually assaulting a woman and defaming her, that's E. Jean Carroll, guilty of fraud, sharing the nation's secrets, not only in the Mar-a-Lago indictment, but there was a report yesterday from ABC News that he had shared information about our nuclear submarine capacities with an Australian billionaire who's a member at Mar-a-Lago, who had then gone on and shared that with dozens of other people. Ended up making a purchase, I think, of 3 subs. It included specifics up to how many nuclear warheads they carry and how close they can get to Russian subs without being detected. And then I told you, so all of that is happening, and he's shooting up in the polls. And when you see those interviews of Trump supporters outside of the rallies, they're like, none of this is true. It's the big lie. He won the election, et cetera. And you wouldn't say to me, you guys are in a cult? It's actually tame what Hillary Clinton was saying.
Just
Perfect. Tame what Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Yeah. If that was Joe Biden with
Oh.
one indictment or one felony count.
One sexual assault. Yeah, I mean, and that's why, again, we're in danger for a very long time because this is not going away ever. And the fact that this kind of media is not going away,
Right.
because it's being taken as serious. And on the other side, because I have these conversations maybe too much in my lifetime, and I probably need to find a way out of them. But people are convinced, they are absolutely convinced that every other media that is not cat turd on Twitter or Donald Trump on social media or the Ben Shapiro's of the world, if it doesn't come from them, it's fake news. And when I say fake news, we're talking ABC, CBS, CNN, New York Times, Washington Post. None of them can be believed because they're just in the bag for Democrats.
And that doesn't even make any sense. Like, how can that even be possible? Like, if you have one iota of critical thinking, but they don't.
Yeah, and maybe they need some deprogramming.
Yeah, exactly. They really do.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. It's really pathetic too.
I have a feeling this clip might get some views and a lot of comments that, there's a comment section. When I go look at the comments, it shows me all the comments that were posted. Then there's a section that says, you could check these comments. You might not want to because they're pretty bad. So it doesn't matter to me. In fact, as soon as it gives me the opportunity to put them public, and I put them all public, I don't give a shit. But this should be fun to watch.